Sir Alex Ferguson described this encounter as the match of the decade when Arsenal visited Old Trafford in October 2004. The champions were looking to continue their unbeaten run in the Premiership, which stretched to 49 games and led United by 11 points in the league. As always, emotions were running high. Roy Keane had picked up a virus, so Phil Neville played in midfield and Rio Ferdinand returned to the United side as captain. Wayne Rooney, recently signed from Everton, was hoping to celebrate his 19th birthday in style. Patrick Vieira had recovered in time from ankle trouble to skipper Arsenal. Jose Antonio Reyes was preferred to Robert Pires on the left side of midfield. Arsène Wenger had an outstanding record against Manchester United, but knew this would be a particularly stern examination. Match commentary from Robbie Earle and John Champion.
The Barclays English Premier League can offer no bigger fixture than this. Between them, Manchester United and Arsenal have claimed 11 of the 12 Premier League titles, but rarely has there been such a big gap, almost a chasm between the two. 11 points at kick-off, so the onus is very much on the home side to chase the win they so badly need. Ronaldo, Ashley Cole slid in, and Mike Riley, on whom there will be plenty of scrutiny today, is quickly at the scene of the crime. Urging the Argentine Ain't to come forward. And Vieira's mistake, Wayne Rooney. Super block by Kolo Touré. Here's Rooney again, there's no flag. Ryan Giggs for Manchester United, it hit Vieira. Campbell was in there as well in the way.
One person we haven't really seen feature yet for Arsenal's Dennis Bergkamp, and that's to do with the midfield of Manchester United. They're staying very narrow, not allowing that gap in there that Bergkamp likes to operate in. It's a good tactic by Manchester United.
Thierry Henry to a Spaniard, Reyes, nice touch back. Henry trying to work some space and then putting his foot on the gas. And Reyes is still down.
Good bit of skill. This was a run by Henry. Gary Neville gets a foot in, Henry goes over. No questions asked. Arsène may think so, but no. Referee was spot on again.
And then Edu is down by Ain't, and all of this is academic. Don't leave your seat, it's still 0-0.
Oh, just a little reminder what Paul Scholes can still do. Ball dropped 25 yards out, rifled it past Lehmann. Just gave the keeper the nod, let him know that he's still around. See, foul there by Ain't, but when the ball drives loose.
Henry. Edu through the middle is Freddie Ljungberg, and Ferdinand struggling to get there, and Ljungberg's beyond him. Is that a foul? The referee says nothing doing, and Ljungberg is furious.
But I think as he gets there, he's looking to draw the foul from Ferdinand. I think he's looking for the contact, and I think the referee was spot on.
Ronaldo! A chance.
Would have to go down as half a chance. Ball somehow squirmed its way through to Ronaldo from Rooney's corner. It's a step over initially by Giggs, and not quite on his toes there, Ronaldo, to make the best of the opportunity. Been a tight game, yeah, has to go down as a real chance.
Through the middle though is Thierry Henry, and that's a good stop, a smothering, sprawling stop by Roy Carroll.
Well, first time we've really seen Henry get through and look on the point of scoring. It's a clever ball. It's what you call a diagonal run onto a straight ball. There's a diagonal run. There's a straight ball by Edu. It's perfectly timed. And a fantastic stop by Carroll coming out. Spreads himself big.
Ronaldo. And Ronaldo fancies one.
Well, he decides to go for this, Ronaldo, when he's got good movement ahead of him, good runners, Rooney, Van Nistelrooy.
No changes to either side at half-time. At the moment, that unbeaten run is intact for Arsenal. They're heading towards 50 English Premier League games without defeat, but that record is under threat. A draw would frustrate Manchester United, but it would suit Arsenal down to the ground. The gap between the two could be anything between 8 and 14 points by the final whistle, and Any normal judge would suggest that even at this early stage of the season, a 14-point deficit would just about rule Manchester United out of the Barclays English Premier League title race this time around. Wayne Rooney's corner kick. Plus Scholes outside it. And how many times have we seen meaty contact from Paul Scholes in that sort of position?
Well, personnel was slightly different. We're used to seeing David Beckham drifting it wide and Scholes blasting in. This time it's Rooney, picks out Scholes on the edge of the box.
Manchester United unbeaten at Old Trafford this season. In by Giggs. Ronaldo!
Well, having got there, you do feel he should have maybe done better. It was Arsène who initially got in his way. Decent ball there from Giggs, right in the danger area.
Arsène. Edu goes down clutching his face. Arsène lets fly. Secure handling by the German Lehmann. And Edu still down. Brazilian floored by Argentine.
Well, there's been a few battles. It's a handoff really, Arsène. I think he has a right to go for the ball. Protecting it with one hand. Catches Edu in the face. It didn't look too bad to me.
Mopped up by Scholes, and it's now with Rio Ferdinand. His 6th game back after that 8-month ban for missing a drug test. He's made such a difference. Ryan Giggs, Wayne Rooney. Manchester United's turn to press, penalty given! And Arsenal are livid! But Rooney went down, and Manchester United have a penalty kick.
Again, I think the referee gets this right. We'll see here. Rooney turns inside his low centre of gravity. Campbell hangs out a leg. Rooney has every right to go over. Ooh,
but is it a leg that made contact, Robbie?
Well, on second inspection, I don't think there was actually any contact. Campbell hangs a leg. Rooney tries to take the bait.
There are 17 minutes to play at the home of their greatest rivals. It's Van Nistelrooy! Arsenal are behind. They're under threat. It is Manchester United who lead.
Well, what a moment for Van Nistelrooy. What a massive moment for Manchester United. It must have been going through his mind at this very ground last year when he smacked that one onto the post. But fear not for Rude. I said he'll wait for his moment, he'll wait for his opportunity. And you can see what it means to him. Keeps his head down, keeps his concentration, sends Lehmann the wrong way. Puts Manchester United into the lead. Well, now we'll see what real character this Arsenal side have.
Last year, his penalty rebounded from the face of the crossbar. Now, he's found the net after the most dubious of penalty awards. Possibilities here for Arsenal. Arsène fails to stop the Swede, Ljungberg. Now it's Kolo Touré. Arsenal appeal, but the referee's not in the least bit interested. Here's Giggs. He might finish it here. He's away from Edu. Ryan Giggs foiled by Lehmann. Arsenal are still in it. On a more or less weekly basis. Here's Pires. Here's Ashley Cole. Fraction away from the angle.
Goes into Pires. Eventually tees up Ashley Cole with his good pressure on the ball.
3 against 2 in Manchester United's favour. Here's Alan Smith. Rooney! No doubt about it now. Arsenal are bowled out for 49. Manchester United are hanging on to that reputation that they so crave to be regarded as English football's top dogs. And it's that man Rooney, his first ever Premier League goal for Manchester United, confirms that Arsenal are beaten.
Well, on his 19th birthday we said this boy loves the big stage. Somehow you know his name's going to be associated to the headlines, and we're seeing 1 or 2 unsavoury moments there.
It is 2-0 to Manchester United, and Rooney has set up 1 goal by falling for the penalty and has scored the other from Alan Smith's cross. Do you think Alec Ferguson enjoyed that? You bet he did. Not finished yet, not by a long chalk. And now the rest of this game is merely academic, because not even Arsenal are going to score twice in 30 seconds. It's all over. Arsenal are bowled out one short of their half-century. They are invincible no longer. Beaten for the first time in a year and a half, and beaten not just by anyone, but by their very greatest rivals in a thunderous game. Manchester United 2, Arsenal 0.
So the great Arsenal run finally came to an end. It had been a remarkable achievement by Arsène Wenger's side, who never quite recovered their verve and swagger after this. They went on to finish second, above Manchester United, who nonetheless completed a league double over them by winning 4-2 at Highbury later in the season. Sir Alex's joy was unconfined, but both teams were overtaken by Chelsea as English football saw a notable shift in the balance of power.